Oh, we officially just hit pan, folks. All right, so today we're doing a makeup under $10 video. This is where I'm testing out some new products under $10 and just showing you some things that I always use. There is one thing in here, I think only one, that is $16. Okay, this guy. Given the economy these days, I thought it was a fitting time to do another one of these videos. I have a few others like this that'll link down below in the description box if you want more ideas. I've found a few of my holy grail products from these kind of videos that I've done in the past. So everything on my face today will be linked down below in the description box. I'm taking the thumbnail photo and I literally match all of these right now. Okay, I haven't filmed an official makeup video in this new room yet. So this will be kind of a test run as far as audio and everything. I don't have the stuff on the walls yet still. I have the things for the walls. They're just sitting in my closet waiting to be hung by me. I'm going through this fun phase lately where no matter what I do, my grays just like won't get covered. So is that your 30s? Loving the spring colors right now. So I already have my SPF on. It is this one right here. I love this. I actually literally just finished the bottle today. Definitely would repurchase that one. It just feels like a really nice gel, very moisturizing, but it absorbs in, zero white cast at all, super clear. So the first product we're going to try is this NYX The Face Glue Gripping Primer. So this is $9. It says it hydrates and grips your makeup for 24 hours. Well, wasn't expecting to read this. So this is formulated with maple syrup, polyglutamic acid, and maple syrup. We've officially run out of things to put into makeup. It says it feels comfy on the skin, breathable all day, soft focus finish, water-based primer. Let's give it a whirl. Definitely just looks like Elmer's school glue. Whoops. Okay, don't take the whole thing off. Guess it's just the top. Oh, interesting. Okay, it just feels like a gel. I was expecting it to feel more like Milk Hydro Grip or the e.l.f. Putty Primer, like super gluey based on its name, but it definitely just feels like a gel. We'll see if it, as it dries down, if it does have some like gluey tacky feel because it's supposed to be like gripping. What does this remind me of? A little bit of the Shiseido primer. Like that one is super soft, but it does actually grip your makeup and make it stay on long. And the way this is feeling and drying down, obviously we'll see how it wears with foundation over top, and I'm gonna have to test this multiple days to see if it really does anything different with the foundation. But just initial impression, I like the glow it's giving and I like the feel. Felt soft, easy to blend going on, but then it does leave a slight tackiness, which is good if you want your makeup to actually grip to something. Okay, probably the thing that I'm most excited to try. This has been sitting in this bag for, I think I placed this order a couple months ago, and I have not tried this yet. I've been waiting. It's the NYX Buttermilk Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. This has SPF 30 in it. I got the shade 02 Vanilla Bean Butter. Do I want to use a brush or my hands with this? It is just a skin tint. I'm gonna use a brush. I've been loving the BK Beauty 101 brush for pretty much everything. Let's do half my face first with a brush, see how it goes on, and then I might switch it up with something else, but here we go. Hopefully this shade works. I have some self-tanner on right now. And something like this, just a skin tint, is what I've been wanting to wear most days because I just want my skin to look like natural and, you know, with the hotter weather coming. But I usually have tanner on, so I need to like match my face to my neck. So something like this that just looks lighter coverage and more natural. So keep in mind, anytime you're testing a product, like any face product really, foundation, tint, or moisturizer, BB cream, it really depends on what you have underneath. That can super alter the finish, make it look more glowy or more matte, depending on what you have underneath and just like how it wears. So let's see up close. It's looking pretty on my skin. I like the tone of this. It's not too orangey. It's just like a nice neutral tone, and I actually think that matches pretty perfectly. Should we do hand? Let's do hands on this side. Why not? I don't know why I'm trying to do this with my bad hand. My hands are more tan than my oh man. Yeah, here you can see my amazing job I did self-tanning my hands on display. Feels nice and soft. Like it feels good blending it out with my hands. I like the texture of it. Coverage wise, it looks about the same with fingers versus brush. Yeah, I think I got the same coverage. It weirdly looks a little bit more matte on this side, but it also could be just like the windows right now. I feel like for the summertime, just like throwing something on, I would probably just like keep this in my downstairs bathroom, put on my SPF underneath, let it sink in, throw some on with my hands really quick. So I'm gonna do that on my forehead and just see if I like how it applies like that. Gave me some color, even things out a little bit for just like a quick thing. So far I'm liking that. I'm wearing the Lumi deodorant today and I haven't worn it in a minute. And I forgot how good the toasted vanilla smells. I feel like I smell like Teddy Grahams right now. Not vanilla, toasted coconut. Next up, I have a new brow product to try. It's the NYX Powder Louder in the shade Soft Brown. This is good timing because I am on the last few uses of like every eyebrow pencil I own right now. You get a spoolie on one end and then the pencil on the other. This is just more of like a traditional kind of thicker brow pencil, which I don't usually go for. I usually like a little bit more of like a micro. It honestly feels exciting to be filming a makeup video right now. Let me know if there's any particular videos you want to see moving forward. I've been doing vlogs basically because I've been moving in and all of that, but if there's any makeup videos or really any suggestions you have, feel free to let me know. I feel like we're due for an updated skincare routine video. Haven't done one in, I think it's been over, yeah, it's definitely been over a year, maybe a year and a half even. So yeah, this is definitely for someone who likes a thicker pencil. It's doing the job, but I definitely have to be more careful than I usually am just because this is wider. But color wise, I think I like the color. Can't get my usual kind of shape with this, so I don't think this is one that I'll be reaching for a whole lot. I just like a finer tip. But if you're someone who either has thicker brows or you just need to fill in like a couple spots really quick, you might like this. I'll leave a couple of my favorite drugstore brow pencils linked down below. I'm gonna use a little of my NYX brow glue. Has everything been NYX? Okay, so far everything has been NYX. I do have other brands thrown in here, but honestly NYX is one of the few that still has some affordable products. It is crazy that it used to be so easy to find makeup under like $5, $10. When I moved, I decluttered a lot of my makeup, so I almost feel like I need to stock up on a couple things. So my concealers are very limited right now. I'm trying to just use up the ones I have, which is NARS. I've been using NARS like every day. I love this concealer, obviously not drugstore. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of the Etude Big Cover. This is from Yes Style. This is affordable. This one I'm still testing. It seems a little bit too creasy for my liking, but mixing it seems to work a little bit better. I guess I decluttered like a lot of my drugstore concealers / concealers in general because I don't know where like any of my e.l.f. or L'Oreal ones are. The NARS shade is too dark, so also lightening it with this. The Etude dries really quick. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to be using, I have two options for you. Cream and a powder. I love the Milani Hey Honey Cheek Kiss. This is a beautiful drugstore cream bronzer, super buttery. I think I'm going to use powder though because the blush that I'm going to use is a powder, so it'll just kind of lay more evenly. But we're going to use the Juvia's Place Light. There's a kind of like lighter contour shade and then also this bronzer shade. I love both of these. Sometimes I mix the two. Today I think I'm going to mix the two because I'm kind of in between. Whenever I haven't set my face like all over with a powder, but I'm going in with a blush or bronzer, instead of just like going in and blending like this, I like to just tap on the product first because you're kind of like packing it on instead of lifting up the wet product that's underneath. On me, this shade just looks still really natural, but gives a little bit of definition and warms things up a little bit. And with a super glowy rest of the face, sometimes it's nice to have just a little bit more of a matte bronze. Let's go ahead and do blush. So I picked this up because it reminded me a lot of my Rare Beauty Cheer blush, Holy Grail blush. I can't even with my hands. It is super glowy, but gives you this like ethereal pink kind of look. And this, at least online, looked similar. So we'll see. It's the Revolution Pink Party. And the pan, they definitely look slightly different. The Revolution one is definitely more kind of cool toned pink. All the brushes I'm using will be linked down below too. Okay, very glowy. Honestly, looks similar. This one might be slightly more glowy. It gives a very similar look. I should probably stop talking while the trash can's right outside. It has a little bit of like a gold kind of duochrome to it. This one is definitely a little more pigmented. I mean, I'm liking it because I like this kind of intense pinky glow. Might be too much for some people. Doesn't look textured on my face either. It's sitting nicely. I'm gonna add a little to my nose. I do want to mattify certain parts of my face right now, so I'm gonna use my Essence 16-Hour Powder Foundation. I still love this stuff. This shade might be a little bit light today. I'm not gonna be putting it all over, but I just kind of want to dust it like where I don't want full glow. But when I do a face that's this glowy, I do like to kind of balance it out lately by blurring out around my nose, my pores, and a little bit on my forehead. So you can see the difference this side versus this side already. Way more blurred. So I hope you can see that. And I also like using powder foundation because it kind of blends the blush into my face better. I'm gonna do a little bit just right between my eyebrows. Okay, I guess I'm putting this all over my forehead. I'm gonna go back in with the bronzer though, because I just covered some of that up, and just use the warmer shade only on my temples. Powder foundation is sitting fine on top. I probably wouldn't do that for just day to day because if I'm wearing something like this, I like it to look a little bit more just natural, but just for adding a little coverage and kind of like mattifying, it does look nice on top. For eye primer, I'm just gonna use a little bit of the same concealer. This is the basic eyeshadow palette I've been using every single time I do my makeup pretty much. I'm about to hit pan on the lightest shade. This is $9, and if you just need a good everyday basic to kind of just throw on super quick, and especially if you have sensitive eyes, this is one of the few eyeshadows that doesn't irritate my eyes throughout the day. Nothing special, but they work, and I like using these two also to like smudge and kind of use as a liner. I pretty much use every shade in here, but this one I always throw on my lid, kind of mixed with this depending on my self-tanner shade, and then I throw something in the crease. Also love that it's mini because I just throw this in whatever travel bag I'm using. You'll get more pigment on your lid if you use your finger with this, but I like to just set whatever concealer I threw on with a brush first, and then I'll take my finger with the lightest shade and press it close to my inner corner. Oh, we officially just hit pan, folks. An exciting day. Let me show you. Can you see that? So I'm just gonna take a mix of these two to put into my crease. I just do this in like 10 seconds. So taking flat liner brush, I just mix the two shades, and I usually just do a little kind of extension of my eye just to make it look a little bit longer but still really natural. Just makes my eyes look a little bit longer. I do want to try a new mascara. This is the e.l.f. Lash Extender. Oh, it's black. I thought I got brown. It does have the kind of like rubbery comb wand that I usually like, especially for layering. This kind of mascara can do really well layering with other mascaras because typically it'll kind of separate and lengthen well, that kind of wand. Come on. And actually, I just realized, so after I put on this mascara, I do want to try these Eyeliner Wispy Light Pre-Glued Lashes. Pre-glued lashes are pretty much the only ones I'll use lately because they're just so much easier. You just kind of cut them, like I usually cut the corner and then just press between your natural lash and the false lash. And especially if your mascara is a little bit wet, it can help them stick. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these ahead of time so that when we put on the mascara, it'll be kind of wet enough to stick these on after. I don't know if you for sure need to do that, but just with the other pre-glued lashes I have, that's what works the best. And these are number 117. The e.l.f. mascara is $7 and then the lashes are $6. I just said that so many times. So these are definitely too long lengthwise. Well, you know, lengthwise this way and this way for my eyes. So I'm going to take the smallest part of the lash, so actually the inner part, but then that's what I'm going to use as corner lashes. Try not to touch the glue part. They definitely seem very gluey, like it was kind of hard to even cut them because the glue is sticking to the scissors, which is probably good because then hopefully it'll stick to your eye. All right, so let's try the mascara out. Here's what the wand looks like. Rubber bristles, very tiny. Okay, one coat just looks like kind of natural. Honestly, not a whole lot of anything. It's not very separating. And I don't feel like they look that long with one coat, so I am going to try 2 coats. I'm curious. Yeah, one coat, not loving that. I feel like it's kind of clumping them together. The whole thing is that it's supposed to be like super long too, and I'm not seeing that. It says dramatic length. Let's try the second coat and see. Some mascaras can look totally different on the first versus second coat. Definitely getting some length now, but still clumping together a lot. Yeah, it's just getting too clumped. I just have other mascaras that look way better. This one I can tell you off the bat is a no from me. Okay, but while it still has some tackiness to it and it's a little bit wet, let's go in with the pre-glued lash now. So I'm just gonna take this. I like using my fingers. You can use like a tool for this. And if you have the Kiss lashes, it comes with that little tool to apply. So you could use that for these as well. I've always just found my fingers to be easier. Okay, ooh, the mascara underneath is definitely looking super clumped up. Yikes. Normally when I do this with the other lashes, this doesn't happen. I don't know if you can tell, but like the mascara underneath looks hella clumped to the lash and to itself. That's looking scary. From far away you can't maybe tell, but let me see if I can kind of separate these out with something. they just got stuck to the little plastic thing and now the glue got all clumped together. I'm just gonna try to cut this little glob off and hope that I can save the remaining lash here. I think that just pulled off the entire strip of glue when I took it off of the plastic. So we'll see if these even stick at all. I might need to just use lash glue. Let me see if I can just get it to stick to the mascara. We'll see if that actually stays on. That eye looks significantly better. It's just like blending into the mascara easier, but definitely would not use that mascara again. You know, I'd have to try the lashes, the Eyeliner, with a better mascara underneath, but just how the glue kind of came off, I'm leaning towards definitely preferring my Kiss ones. Those I can also reuse a couple times, and these ones I just don't think that's going to be possible because the whole glue thing just kind of peeled off. I love a good inner corner pop, and when I saw this on Ulta, I was like, ooh, we gotta try this. It's the Revolution Duochrome eyeliner. This is actually in the shade Gold, but it definitely looks silver or like white. So, but it is supposed to be duochrome. Yeah, it does have like a champagne gold kind of reflect right there. Almost has like a green reflect too. It's like a champagne goldish green. This is $8. I'm deciding if I want to put this on my waterline. Could look cool, or just on my inner corner. Kind of looking like eye boogies on the inner corner. Honestly, not a lot is actually like showing up on my eyeball. It's not the inner corner pop that I was going for. This, I can tell you off the bat, is a no. Not very pigmented at all. I've gone over this spot like many times and it's not really building. I'm gonna replicate it on this eye, but then probably go over it with something else. I'm gonna use the Focallure 01. There we go. I feel like it doesn't even wanna go on top of that Revolution product. Next up we have the NYX Duck Plump Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Pink Jection. So I've tried the Duck Plump, what was it, like the gloss, and it is very tingly, plumping kind of feeling. So curious about the lip liner. Oh, I'm liking the shade. The shade is like slightly darker than my lip, has like a pinkish tone. And I don't want to fill it in all the way because I want it to still look a little bit natural. I'm gonna go in with like a lip gloss. I usually do a little bit on the bottom, and then depending on what I'm feeling, I'll either kind of smudge it and skip the sides, or I'll do a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking that shade. So far I don't feel like I'm feeling a lot of tingling. I have two different lip products. I kind of want to try both, so we might do one, wipe off, and then try the other. But first up, this is the Tree Hut Sugar Lips Lip Butter. It has shea butter and strawberry extract. I'm hoping this is like a nice, just like kind of translucent kind of pink shade. And then we have the Revolution Juicy Peptide Lip Balm in the shade Strawberry. I do think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this shade of lip liner. Let's do the Revolution first. Strong strawberry scent. Smells like lip smackers. Very light. It feels like a just light lip oil. Has a really pretty gloss to it. It's very glossy. I think the strawberry is gonna bug me. Yeah, the strawberry is definitely present. Texture-wise though, if I'm just focusing on the formula, it feels very just light, comfortable, almost feels like a buttery kind of oil. I like the feel of it. I'm curious though, because it's so kind of thin, how this would wear. So let's wipe that one off and I'll try the Tree Hut. Okay, got that mostly off. Is this one also strawberry? This also has strawberry extract, so darker color than the other one. The other one's more just like a sheer kind of pink. The scent of this one, very fruity. Doesn't smell like strawberry to me, but it's super fruity. Less glossy than the Revolution, but it still feels comfortable. Feels very similar. Looks wise, it looks less glossy, and I almost feel like I can see like my lip lines more with this one. And I think for me, day to day, the color would be too kind of fuchsia. It's a little bit too dark for me. I'm gonna go back in and touch up that lip liner. All right, back in with Revolution. The strawberry just hits you, but I do like the gloss. I also picked up this product. Let me know if you guys want to see it in a vlog or something, or a different makeup video, but it's the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick. This one was, I want to say 7, replace clear inner cap after every use. You're supposed to put this back on after every use. That seems annoying. Who is doing that? Like keeping track of this tiny little plastic cap. Okay, anyways, let me know if you want to see that in a different video. All right, here's the final look. I'm gonna do a couple standouts and definite things that you can pass on. I feel like when I'm looking at my face, the things I'm most excited to reach for again are the Revolution blush. If you like a super glowy, emphasis on super glowy pink cheek, I mean, I'm liking it. The lip liner, like I said, I think this is just gonna be a shade that I get a lot of use out of, and I like the angled kind of tip. It's like the oval kind of angle. There's like enough grip to where you can shape your lips nicely. It's not too smooth. And I feel like it'll probably wear well because of that. Those kind of formulas usually do. The face glue, I'm interested to try again. I did like the feel of it going on. Makeup applied good over top of it. Has good reviews, so I'm curious if this does actually make your makeup stay on longer. I'll definitely keep testing that. I do speed reviews videos on my channel where after I've tested a bunch of makeup, I do a video. I have a whole box of ones. I'm probably due for another speed reviews coming up. That's where I kind of update on these first impression videos or throughout in vlogs too. But this one, like I said, I could see myself using on just like a daily throw on kind of basis. Maybe not even with any other makeup, just if I want to even out my skin tone. I feel like those are my top. The things I won't be using again are definitely, where'd she go? The duochrome liner. I think this is the worst thing we tried today. Or the mascara. Not a fan of this at all. So everything that we tried out today and that I used on my face is down below in the description box. I always also link my shirt, necklace, earrings, whatever else down below. But I hope you guys liked this. Felt good to do a makeup video again. Let me know what other ones you want to see. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.